Hello friends, welcome back to another interesting video. Many of you have heard about Windows 11 leaks and features. Well, today we are going to talk about the same. Back in 2015, with the launch of Windows 10, Microsoft was admit that there would be no Windows 11, but technology gets changed over the years and there is only Windows 10 since past 5 years. Well, one telling attribute is seeing that support for Windows 10 is ending in 2025. Also, Microsoft has announced that there will be an event on 24th June to talk about the next generation of Windows 10. So maybe that would be Windows 11. Well, today we are going to talk about Windows 11, how to download Windows 11 ISO file, how to install, and what are the features. We will show the walkthrough of Windows 11. Also, I will give you some tips while installing Windows 11 on your system. So if you want to do any hands-on experience on that, you can. So stay tuned for that. I am Dhaval, you are watching DTAG, and let's get started. So now, very first thing we have required is VirtualBox. VirtualBox is the software you can run on your existing Windows or Linux operating system. It creates some kind of virtual environment in which you can load any ISO file or any operating system file on top of your existing system, and it will not affect your current environment. You don't need to format your system and boot to pen drive and install that OS to your system. It's just create a virtual layer on top of your existing system. So this is the nice idea to test Windows 11. So this is the website virtualbox.org, and you can click this download VirtualBox 6.1. Now currently we are running Windows host, so click on this Windows host, and there is one exe file version 6122, so just save it. You can double click on exe and install the VirtualBox. I have already installed VirtualBox. So here two things we are going to use. First is VirtualBox and second one is this Windows 11 ISO file. So this ISO file is around 4.5 GB. I will put a link in the description area. You can download this ISO file. So this is the first screen you will get, Oracle VM VirtualBox. Now we are going to create a new VM. Click on new. You can say Windows 11. Here you should select Windows 10 64-bit. If you don't do this, maybe you will get the error like Windows 11 can't compatible to your device, and while you are trying to installing inside the VM, it will throw up some error. I will put some screenshots, you can check it out. This kind of error you will get. So make sure you select Windows 10 64-bit. Click on next. Now here we need to assign some RAM which this OS can utilize. So I have 8 GB installed in my system, so I will provide around 4 GB 2096 MB. Click on next. Create a virtual hard disk now. By default option, click on create. VDI we are going to use VirtualBox disk image. Dynamic allocation we are going to use. Now here it asks us for how much hard drive size you need to add. We are going to provide 32 GB. Click on create. Now we have this one VM. Before you click on start, there are some settings we need to tweak first before we get started. Click on setting. Click on display. Make sure this VBox SVGA is selected. Second thing is go to storage. Click on this empty. Now we have that ISO file. You just need to go here and choose a disk file. Here you can select that ISO file. So we have now this ISO file mounted. When this operating system is started, virtually this ISO file gets mounted, and VM can detect this file, and then you can install that to your VirtualBox. Click on OK. Now we are ready to go. Click on start button. So this is the first pop-up you will get because we are triggering this OS for the first time. So it will ask for startup disk. So we have this as a file. So we have selected this already and mounted as a drive. So then you can find the entry. If you don't find this, make sure you have attached that ISO file what we did in previous step. Click on start. You can maximize this. So this is the first screen you will get. Here in this time and currency format, we are going to select English India. Click on next. After clicking on next button, this option will there, install now. It takes time based on your computer. It asks you for activate Windows, so we don't have key. Click on I don't have a product key. Select, these are the Windows 11 operating system available in this ISO file. Windows 11 Home Education, Pro Education, Pro for Workstation. So we are going to select this Windows 11 Pro. Click on next. Accept the license agreement. Click on next. Here we are going to select this custom install Windows only, and this is the 32 GB drive which we have allocated while creating this Windows 11 VM. Now we are going to click on this new and apply this size. It will ask you to format that partition. So there is two partition created by the Windows. We are going to install this OS on primary partition. Click on next. So this process will started. So now our installation has been completed, and this is the first screen that we are going to see. So if you can see, the edges of this window is converted to the rounded corner, and this loading icon is also gets changed. I think this is the major update from Windows 10 to 11 in respect of UI and design. It asks for the region, select India, click on next. This is how the speaker volume sounds like. On click of next, we have this network connection menu. If you have internet, then you can select Now I have connected to the internet. If you don't connect to internet, it asks you to connect internet to get better experience. So I have connected internet. It will ask for my name. Just type. Randomly I am putting password. Confirm password. Security question. Now it will ask for some privacy setting. Location, find my device, diagnose data, linking, typing, advertising ID. Just click on accept. So the main reason we are running this OS inside the VM, because we don't know what is the source of this OS. Maybe it's genuine or maybe it's not. So it's always get better to run on a VM. So you can create one type of isolation. So this OS cannot retrieve any file from your OS or damaging your current OS and data. So it's always a good idea to test this OS inside the VMs only. Do not format your existing system and install this Windows 11 unless you really want to do. Now we have logged in into the system, and this is the first screen we get. Start menu is on center by default. This is the calendar. Not major changes. Notification bar is also the same. Yeah, but buttons are changed. You can see the curve on edges. Nice wallpaper we have. Also you can see these icons are also pretty amazing. It's kind of flat, and yeah, tooltip is very nice. It's above of these icons. This is the newly start menu. This is the new start menu. Kind of cool. So very first thing we are going to see is file explorer. Here edges is sharp. You can see this animation, this maximizing and restore. This is very nice. Icons are very different, and so this scroll bar is also changed. Let's go to setting. Some performance issue is there. So if you're SSD, then this lagginess is not feel. Control panel is same. We are going to install this VirtualBox get additional drivers, because if you want to do some communication between your host and guest OS, then these drivers are required in order to sync your operating system and this guest OS clipboards, and to support drag and drop type of functionality. This thing is required. Reboot the system. So we are going to see the dark mode of Windows 11. For that, go to setting and click on color. Here we are selecting dark mode. This is how dark mode is look like. If you install virtual VM drivers, then the rounded edges will be there, and the full screen option of this Windows 11 is available inside the VM. So you will get more furnished experience. Now we are going to see the idle CPU usage. So currently I have clicked on this taskbar, but there is no option like task manager. You need to manually enter on the search area and then this thing will pop up. So around 2.5 GB memory consumption is there, and this is the virtual desktop. You can select multiple desktop, or, also you can select a different wallpaper. Yeah, so that's it for today guys. If you want more videos based on Windows 11, then do comment below, and if you are new to this channel, then do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notified whenever I post video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.